Hey folks, Vortex here. I'm back with something a bit different, and welcome to my review of the Oneodio OpenRock Pro. So yes, that's what they look like. So they are basically like true wireless, but they have, they're like on ear, but obviously we all get to it. They're kind of a bit different. There's some use cases. I'll give you some specs. So open ear design, OpenRock tube-based technology. We get to the sound in a bit. Obviously the battery life, noise cancelling microphones, adjustable ear hook, driver size which is big, IPX5 which is okay. There's aptX which I tried because I've actually been using these. Battery life, playtime per charge 19 hours, which is right. I'll explain that later on. And yeah, Bluetooth 5.2. And yeah, let's just get into it. So let's save a bit of time. You get the user manual, which I'll show in a separate clip because it's useful. How to basically just start using them. So make sure they're on, and then you basically turn it, as you can see. So you just you just turn it like that. And the bit of paperwork, but like legal things. These sticky things is over the terminals to keep obviously the battery being drained in like transit or storage, and a Type-C. Obviously you could use the one with your phone if you really want to, but at least it obviously comes with that. And on to what these are. So OpenRock, button there, status light there, really small one, obviously Type-C. I guess that's used to like reset them or something like that. Open up, and that's so it is quite big, as you can see. They do fit in there quite well, magnetised left, right, and that's it. So this is quite big, so bear that in mind. Oops, and here this is the left unit. You can see it's flashing blue. It's trying to pair, and that's it. So there's a little bit of adjustment, a little bit, but that's what it looks like from the top. So if you have glasses, bear that in mind. I'll talk about that in a bit. And that's it. So there's only one button. So yeah, quickly go over the guide, which is this one. In obviously a few different languages, so basically most of Europe. Packing list, how to wear, like I said, you have to twist it. How to operate it, it's all straightforward. LED, multifunction button. Warnings about low battery life. Headset controls, so volume is twice, either one for volume up and down. Hold it for 1.5 seconds for previous track, next track. And how to do for calls, incoming calls, all that stuff there, so you can have a read of that. Indicator light, battery on the case. Reset pairing settings. Forcibly enter as well. Some specs, 16.2. That's less relevant because it's through a oval, as I'll show you in the review later on. Obviously, it's using some sort of Qualcomm chip, but I don't know which one. But I've been using it with aptX. Obviously, the battery life, which is mental, which is the best I've tried. It's actually slightly more than that. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to do a microphone test, and I'll see you in the review. This is just a quick microphone test of the Oneodio OpenRock Pro. I am using them in a kind of quiet room. I'm recording this with my PC, which is Windows 10. Obviously, I'm using them both in stereo. And yeah, this is just what they sound like. Yes, so welcome to my review section of the Oneodio OpenRock Pro. And let's get straight into like this massive case. So that's one downside. Now, if you can't keep this really in your pocket. It's quite big. So compared to, this is my Jabra Elite from a while ago I reviewed. See, it's really big. It's fine if you got a bag with you can just shove it in your bag, but in a pocket it's a bit bulky. Obviously you can understand why it's so big because of obviously the units are quite large. So just bear that in mind. Obviously, like I've shown you, Type-C, status light, and the button there. So on to comfort, as it's very important. Obviously that's the left ear. Now if you wear glasses you will have a problem. So it's quite wide here. Your glasses will touch that unless you got really thin like frames, like the it's really thin. If you don't wear glasses, you will have no issue at all. Now sometimes I do wear glasses, but when I didn't, it's weird. You don't feel like it's there. It's a strange kind of sensation. So that's what the driver's like. So imagine it like a wider, like half in ear kind of driver. It's meant to be 16mm, I think, 16.2. So it's like a half in ear shooting into your ear without nothing blocking it. So it's not like earbuds. It's a strange sensation, but it works quite well. And obviously there's the one button. Obviously you've seen the instructions how that works. There's no gaming mode and nothing like that. So yeah, battery life is mental. It states 19 hours, but I think that's at 70% or 75%. So you will get a little bit more than 19 hours, and then combined it says it's 46. Again, you should get a little bit more than that unless you're always like maxing the volume out, which you really shouldn't do. And yeah, and the case as well has a quick charge. So I think 5 minutes gives you about an hour, which is good. Also, it's got no wireless charging, so bear that in mind. Obviously, it keeps trying to pair. So, but yeah, obviously the right unit's the same, single button. I prefer that an actual button. That means if you put it in your ear or you're adjusting it, you don't press it by accident and screw it up. So yeah, it's good to have a physical button where it's easy to get to. Kind of a weird design, but it works. So true wireless on ear kind of style. It's hard to describe what it's like. So like latency and anything like that. Now, if you're using this just with your phone to watch like YouTube, then it's fine because your phone will correct the lag. Now, if you're gaming, or if you're watching something that's live, like Twitch or something, there is latency. So I don't recommend it for stuff like that. I recommend it for either music from an app on your phone, your live streaming, things like Amazon Music or Tidal or whatever, stuff like that. But or YouTube videos, it's fine. But anything that's live, you will see it's about that in mind. Obviously, there's no isolation with these, as you can imagine. I like how it works fine for that. Like, it's weird. Like, I've tried bone conduction, I've tried these, and I prefer this kind of tech because you get much better battery life as well. So, yeah. Anyway, so overall, so far so good, and obviously connection to your phone, it works great. It didn't drop once at all. So yeah, on the whole, it's quite good. I think it does use a Qualcomm chipset, but I don't know which one. I guess the 3040 or the 3046, something like that. And yeah, so microphone test as well, which you just heard was okay. Sometimes I get told I sound like I'm a little bit distant. But apart from that, they're okay really. So sound, because that's what it's here for. So these sound, obviously I couldn't graph it because obviously the driver's there. So what do these sound like? They sound quite warm. So they advertise as tube-based technology. It states in the box. So on the whole, they are quite warm sounding. A little dark sounding, to be honest. But to be honest, the mid-range sounds okay and the treble sounds okay. You just don't... I think the warmer tuning focuses it more. I think, well, because of that, they're very easy to listen to. There's like no fatigue at all. There's also a big sub-bass roll-off, as you can imagine. So they are warmer. They were basically a warmer, smoother tuning, in my opinion. And that's pretty much it, really. You don't buy this, I think, for the sound. You're buying this for what that is. So something that's secure, got crazy battery life. Plus you got full awareness, situational awareness. That's what these are for. And yes, so putting in there, so conclusion. I like these. They're not that cheap. I think they're about $100, give or take, or might be a little bit less. It works quite well. Case is big, but obviously I told you that. I like how this works, as in, like I said, microphones are okay. Battery life's great. If you don't wear glasses, then great fit because of the top. So the tuning sounds, magnets. The tuning's okay. They're not as good as I'd say. If you've got a decent pair of IEMs and you like the sound of them, this won't match that. But these give you full awareness. Like, obviously like bone conduction. I prefer these better. And yeah, they work fine. If you use it for gaming, I don't recommend it because of the lag. But overall, they do everything well. And I like it. I think they're pretty good. It's just not that cheap. Just be wary that if these are what you're looking for. So if you're a super active person, cycling, running, hiking, or whatever, like on the box it recommends. So like you got all these, so it should be fine. Obviously there's a little bit of bleed, so bear in mind if that is in public, but it's not too bad. It's like using earbuds, and that's pretty much it really. So I'll end it there. If you want to know anything in particular, let me know in the comments as per usual. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.